Okay, so we are now commencing on the third day of being acquainted with my little friend Gifty. Now, last night at 10:30 was a very big event. Little Gifty had her first pellet of poo. Now, the first proper pellet of poo, the proper size and the proper colour and consistency. The first day she squeezed out a couple of tiny little things like that, and then for a whole 60 hours she never passed a stool. And I was getting really concerned about that, because you're supposed to rush them to the professionals if they don't pass a stool within 24 hours. But all this stuff on the internet, I take it all with a pinch of salt, and I use my own intelligence and my own intuition. And I'm thinking, well, look, you know, when has constipation ever been a life-threatening thing to any animal? They go sooner or later. And so I looked for remedies for the constipation, and one of them was prune juice or apple juice. And then other parts of the internet, don't give your squirrel anything sweet, and you know, oh goodness me, what you can and can't do for these little critters on the internet, honest to goodness. And people are there, they're so frustrated in the forums because everything is so vehemently contradictory. Really, people, you've just got to see through the bullshit, and you've got to go with your own fucking tuition on this as intelligent beings. And if you don't feel as if you can do that, then you'd be probably best then to take the animal to a centre, an animal care centre. Now, I fed Providence 2 mils of which basically it is a syringe like that of what was concentrated apple juice, which came in a tin of prunes. So it's got essence of prune in there and the apple juice. And so initially she thought it was weird because it wasn't what she was expecting. Then she kind of liked it. She got 1 mil down, and then she kind of like she was retching a little bit, but then she came back to finish off the syringe. And then about 3 hours later she passed her first stool, and so I can only assume that that did the little bit of the job on her. However, since then she still hasn't passed any stools. And so what I've been doing is I've been mixing a formula of scalded milk. Now, you're supposed not to give squirrels in any shape or form milk, and I'm going to speak about that in another video. But what I've learnt about it is complete bollocks. I give my squirrels scalded milk, and I grind in very finely pecan or walnuts, because if there isn't the nutrients in cow's milk, which you know the squirrel needs, then most certainly if you give them at least like one whole pecan nut a day, then there's going to be, you know, all the vitamins it needs in that alone. So that's what she's getting, and that's what she's thriving on. And this morning at 6:30, I lift up her covers and she comes out bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and she's ready to go, and she drinks all this now. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mils. Right, that's just a little bit too warm, that one is. I always test them, people. You know, do it proper. Okay, that's nice and warm. She loves it when it's, you know, nice and warm, because it's satiating then, isn't it? Like all drinks are for us. Well, when we have a warm drink, we don't just want it lukewarm, do we? We want it pretty hot. And so now, going to go and wake her up for a second feed. The first feed was at 6:30. Now it's 8:30, so every 2 hours. And I'm going to change her bedding. to a nice fresh towel. And so let us put this down here and put that there. And the first little poo, it's here. This is like a third of the size now because it's dehydrated, but it was a decent go, and so I'm very happy about that. And so there she is. There she is. Hey, is she dreaming? Is she dreaming? Is she dreaming? Come on then. Come on then. She's ready to go again. Look, you see. Oh yeah, she's ready to go again. Can you see this, people? She's doing really well. Well, come on then. What's the matter? Sometimes we have to get the flow, don't we? Right? Now then, let me just check this one again. That's perfect. That's perfect, that one is. Come on then. There you go. Oh, you have to go back again, and then you have to come forward, don't you? Hey? Oh, she needs a stretch. She's not that hungry now. That's a good sign because she only been fed 2 hours ago. So she's just had 3. Do you want a little bit more? No, doesn't appear to. So, well, I mean, she's had half of that, and that's 5 mil. So she's had 1 mil from there. She's had 2 mils from there. So she's had 3 mil. Come on then. And I have to put this through very, very slowly so it doesn't shoot in her mouth and go in her windpipe, because if it goes in her lungs then there's big problems. And because it's got bits in it, it's a little bit difficult. Oh, she's a good girl. She is a good girl. Does she want one more? I've got one more. Yeah, oh, look at that. She's a little tiger. She's a little tiger. Yeah, she can't get enough of that. She's gonna be big and strong, I know that. Look at this little creature, people. There you go. That's all gone now. That's all gone. It's all gone, baby. You've done it. You've done it all. Is any more? There's no more in there, is there? You've had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mils. You've had 9 mils. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Well, she must be ready for a poo now. She must be ready for a poo now. And she's not going back to bed because I'm going to change all this. I am. I'm going to change all that, you little bugger. But all of a sudden you just think you can go back to bed, don't you? As soon as you've had your scran. Well, come here because people want to see you. Look at that. You got to get used to daddy sniffing you, you know. Yeah. You have. And last night, whilst I was speaking with one of the viewers, she was sitting around my neck for a couple of hours, and there was the odd flea that jumped off of her onto me, but I don't mind about that, do I? Because fleas can't bother me. They can't, and no way do they want to go in my hair, because I've got all different sorts of oils in my hair, and if they go on my body, well, I don't mind, because they can't survive there either. Is she beautiful? She is. Well, is she tired again now? Hey, is she tired? She can't be tired, all this sleeping that she's doing. Hey, she can't be tired with all this sleeping. Let's have a look at your belly now. Let's have a look at your belly. There's a belly. There's a pretty little belly. And I can't see any fleas. They've all gone, haven't they? Hey, they've all gone. Why did they all go? Hey, why did they all go? Where have they gone? Hey, well, her flea stuff's coming today, so I'll put a bit of that on her. And then she's going to be perfect. And then she's just going to get stronger and stronger and more leery, aren't you? Hey? You're going to get more leery. You are, aren't you? Little gifty. What she want to do? Do you want to go poo? I'm sure she does now. At least she wants to go wee. So, put her down here. And no, you're not going to bed. You little bugger. You've got to put a new one down. So we'll take this away. She's gone into a corner, so she's probably going to go poo there. So we're going to put this new towel down. And fold it over a lot because she likes it nice and warm. So we're going to put that like that, and then she'll go in there, and then I'll put this one on top as well. And so let's make it nice and cozy for her in there. Yeah, and she loves it in there in a little den. Now then, what's she doing? Hey, what's she doing? Has she got any poos? Has she? She got any poos? She's got a new towel. Got a new towel. Here, let me show you. Let me show you this new one there. There you go. There. That's a new house. How did she like that, eh? How did she like that? Is it cool? Now then, I'm going to get her a pecan and I'm going to get her some vegetables just to see if she wants a little go at them. So, I'm going to give her one pecan nut. What about this? One pecan and one cashew, and then here is a bit of a stalk to some cauliflower, and here's a cauliflower leaf. Are you interested in any of those things? Hey? Whoa, what's she doing? She's got that one. Can have a little nibble on that one. Well, when I see her start shooting little pellets on a regular basis, I'm going to be very happy. But I'm nothing like as concerned as I was before she jettisoned one pellet, because at least I know now she can do it. And it was a moist pellet. It wasn't rock hard or anything like that, so it was a decent pellet. And so I'm fine with her. You know, it's like 72 hours. And she's only had one tiny little poo. But obviously she must have been absolutely empty. And I don't know what she's doing with it all. What are you doing with it all? But, you know, she is perfectly healthy, isn't she? She doesn't look sick. She's not lethargic. She's not in pain. She is fine. And there's not a single flea that's jumping from her now. That's probably because they've all jumped on me. That's So we can go in a little bit. So she breaks all that up, and she's having a little bit of a nibble on it. Yeah. And so she will be eating little bits of it, so that's very encouraging. And so I don't think there's any problems with constipation, even though I would expect her to shoot out about 10 today. Otherwise I just don't know what you're doing with all that milk. She must have drank her half a pint of milk by now. She's got a nice clean bed. She's got a nice warm belly. She's got a few treats. Yeah. And so she's doing really well. Really well. So yes, I've been feeding her on scalded full cream cow's milk, which everyone on the internet says you should never do. And you know, you have to wonder people why, you know, people say these things. I think they just copy. 99% people copy. And then of course you've got the propaganda from the companies that make you know, formula. They recommend kitten formula because it's kind of a bit similar to the milk they're getting from mother. And they say that you most certainly shouldn't use the natural one, the very inexpensive one, which is cow's milk. And you know, you can only wonder as to why. Now this is the second little critter that I've reared, and only it's only in the initial stages, but look how healthy she is now. Look how full of life she is. And if she's eating solids already at that age, Providence wasn't eating solids at that age. It took her, you know, it seems like at least 10 days or a couple of weeks more, but she's thoroughly enjoying that. And you know, at this stage it's just about eating and sleeping, because you never see baby squirrels unless they fall out of the nest. You only ever see them when they're fully mobile, because otherwise they're exceedingly vulnerable. So they will very tentatively start to emerge out of the nest when they are at least half as big again as her. When they're strong and able and they can climb proper, then you'll start to see them emerge, but they won't go far. They'll just hang around the tray and they'll get good at climbing, and then after about a week then they'll start to go further afield. And so she's too small to do any real climbing. She's not confident, and she's not strong enough, and she doesn't know how to do it. But she's certainly enjoying that. Well, and that's a wonderful thing to see her. Where are all the fleas gone? Hey? This is another thing, you see. They say that dousing them with vinegar won't kill the fleas. Well, I doused her 3 times with... I doused her with neat white vinegar first, the strong solution, because there was a lot of fleas on her, and then subsequently I doused her, just rubbed in her fur, a mixture of white vinegar, 50-50 with water, and now I can't see a single flea on her. And so you would have thought that the eggs were still there and the eggs will be hatching and this, that and the other. But it appears that they've all jumped ship. And so the vinegar, that natural remedy, which people on the internet say, you should absolutely not put chemicals on such a beautiful little creature. Look at her. when I do a different inflection in my voice, she stops to work out what's going on. And if I should sneeze or something like that, or cough, you're used to that now, are you? So yes, cow's milk and dousing them with vinegar to get rid of the fleas flies in the face of what they tell you on the internet. You're going to go in there then, are you? There you go. Okay. So people, there you have it, to be continued.